Hi, my name is Rohit Ahuja, and this is the screencast for Homework 4 of DevOps, which is Docker Part 2. For the first part of the workshop, we were supposed to use the Docker Compose to create three containers: one for Redis, one for proxy, and one for the application. So over here in my Docker Compose file, I've written three I've written three services, one for the proxy, one for the app, and for Redis I've used the inbuilt image. uh, so uh, this will deploy my three containers, one for the proxy, one for app, and one for Redis. So using Docker Compose, I will first run the build command. So once the build command has been run, uh, I will so now you can see that the three containers have been created, and if I want to see my containers, I can go here and can see that three containers have been created, one for my proxy, one for my app, and one for Redis. Also all three of them have been linked to each other. So now I will go on the proxy, on the IP address of the proxy, and here you can see that it is redirecting to the appropriate uh, location for the app. I can also use the other commands in homework 3, such as the set command and also the get command. So for the next part of the assignment, what we are required to use is uh, using the spawn method instead of creating new servers how you were doing it in homework 3. We are supposed to spawn new containers. So for this, what I've done is that whenever we send a request to localhost 8081/spawn, it in turns sends the request to another application which I've created over here, which is listening for the request, and whenever it gets the request, it will spawn a new container for the app. So if I go here and I just spawn, so you can see here that it is launching a new container for app. Also here you can see that the example app is created over here, which is app 2, and also I can see the app which is created over here. Similarly, I can create one more app here. Another one is getting spawned, which is app 3. And here you can see that one more Docker container has been launched. So also what the proxy is doing, that it will be redirecting the request in a round robin fashion depending upon the containers which have been spawned. So suppose if I go here and keep changing, each request is getting redirected internally by the proxy, as it was happening in the previous homework. Thank you. For the second part of the assignment, we were required to extend the Docker deployment workshop to deploy Docker containers. So what we have to basically do is that in the post receive hook, we have written the commands to push to the local registry, pull from the local registry, and all the other commands which are required to stop and restart the containers. So I'll just show this to you using a simple example. So what I'll first be doing is that I'll be pushing to blue. So change this to blue, so over here. and I will push this to the blue slice. So as you can see that when I'm pushing into the blue slice, the Docker file present is getting run and a new container is being created for the blue server. So once this completes, I'll show you the new image which has been created, and also the new process which is now running from that image. So you can see that this has been completed, and here you can see that recently the new one has been started. And when I go on the corresponding local host for blue, which I believe is 5050, so you can see that the blue server is up and running. So similarly, what I can also do is that I can make the changes for the green one as well, deploy to green and then run the green server. So I'll just show you that also. So first I'll just pull from green. Oh, sorry about that. I'll just change what is there over here. Green server, and I'll commit this. This time I'll push it to green. Oh, we'll wait for the build to get completed now. And here you can see that the green one has also been deployed, which is listening on port 6050. So when I go to 6050, you can see that the green server has been deployed. So this concludes the demonstration for part 2. So for the bonus part of the assignment, we were required to create 2 containers. So one of the containers is a legacy application, and this application creates a file. What we need to do is that we need to link another container to this container and access that file over port 9001 using SOCAT. So I've created a Docker compose file with created a Docker compose file over here, and these are the files which creates the 2 containers. So in the legacy container, I have written the code to expose the file which I'm creating over port 9001, and via the link, and I'm accessing this file via the linked container. So the first thing I'll do is that I'll build. So you can see now that the images have been created for these two. So this is the file IO. One is the linked app, and the other is the legacy. And now I'll just run this, and here you can see that the legacy file can access the linked app is accessing the file which is present in the legacy app.